Why does Hermes hate Zoidberg?
Good question. Why? Why do you hate me so much?
'Cause you're a stinky lobster. Hi there, Phil Lamar, the voice of Hermes Conrad.
Hi, I'm Lauren Tom, and spleesh, I play Amy, and I also play my mom.
Hi, Billy West, the voice of Phillips J. Fry, pizza delivery boy. And Professor Hubert Farnsworth, 147-year-old, and the voice of Zap Brannigan. Now everybody go take a nap and improve the quality of life around here, won't you? And we're going to try and answer the most Googled questions about our show, Futurama. I hope there's something to eat in this box. Are Futurama and The Simpsons made by the same people?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes, Matt Groening and a bunch of Harvard alumni.
Exactly. I don't know why the geniuses are always kind of shy and sweet, but that's what it seems like anyway.
Well, I wish people this smart made more movies.
Exactly.
I wish all of society was like that. How about that? Here's one. Are Fry and Leela married? I think they did get married, yes?
Absolutely, they did.
Finally, yes, after
Thank God.
going through so much romance and so many ups and downs. And you don't need two eyes just to be married.
Right. How is Fry related to the professor? Well, he's the great, forever great
Uncle.
great nephew. Fry is older than the professor, though. Which year is Futurama currently in?
Isn't it 1,000 years from this year?
Yes, which
Is that right?
So it would be 3,000.
3025?
Well, we started
Oh, that's
the
right.
show in
1999,
1999, and the first episode was in 3099.
Wait, 99? But I got married in 97.
No, I'm sorry, it's 2999.
Okay.
Right before, and New Year was 3000.
Okay,
We're not math
something like that.
majors.
We didn't go to Harvard.
No.
Okay.
Why don't you
What's
read it?
Amy Wong's home planet? Oh, thank God I know one. Mars. We own half of it.
Her family owns half of Mars. They own a herd of buggalo.
It must be nice.
Yeah, and it's interesting in Futurama, Mars is where people with good money live, not
Yes.
just green people.
Yes, and there's also, it's the home of Mars University.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The best school. That's like the Harvard of the universe, right?
How did Hermes lose his body? Doing limbo under swords.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I blacked that out.
Yeah.
Wow.
He cut him and he got his head cut off.
Seriously?
Mhm.
Oh my God.
But he got it back, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
In the next episode? Or at the end of that
In
episode?
the end.
Okay,
in
good.
Yeah, we can't let anything happen to him.
No.
What instrument does Fry try to learn? I think, well, it was an instrument, a really cool-looking instrument called the holophoner. And what it does is it plays notes that become visuals.
Oh,
It's
I
very
love
beautiful,
that.
very psychedelic. And he wants to demonstrate his love through music and notes and visuals for Leela, who missed the whole thing. And yes, it was all for nothing, like most love I've ever known.
No, come on now. What's the title of the first episode? Uh-oh. I need help.
Title of the first episode was Space Pilot 3000.
Is that right? Good,
Mhm.
very
The
good.
series has landed.
And it's probably more about Fry wanting to be a pilot in space, as opposed to just referring to the first episode of a show.
Phil. Right.
And that was a long time ago. And we watched that pilot at the observatory.
That's right. It was so beautiful.
Oh,
They screened it
right.
on the ceiling. And we all just like laid back and watched. It was such a magical night. That's for you, Phil.
This question was, does Hermes eat more than just manwiches? Yeah,
Be careful.
of course.
Like what?
He eats lots of other things. I mean, because his wife cooks well.
That's right.
Does he
La
eat?
Barbara.
Yeah.
Does he eat jerk chicken?
Yeah.
How about jerk pork?
Yeah.
Do you like that in real life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have his hair or his stomach.
No?
I don't eat like my cartoon character.
Where's Fry from? Well, he appears to be from New York City.
Right.
At least that's where he lived when he was delivering pizzas. But I think his family might be
It's
from
even
there.
where he went to school and
Yeah,
ate.
yeah.
His personality
Old
seems
New
more
York.
like Midwest to me, like just so down to earth.
He's all over the place, and he's kind of needy, but his heart's in the right place. How old is Leela? Shh, never tell a thing like that. I don't know. She looked like, when he first met her, she looked like she was about 30, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still a babe.
How old is the professor?
That one we
Now,
actually know.
we talked about this. He's 147, but he's older now because that's how old he was when we started.
Right. He was 147 in 29.99.
Okay, how did Futurama start? It started in the mind of Matt Groening.
Yeah.
I remember in 1964 or 5, I went to the New York World's Fair and I rode on a ride called the Futurama.
Oh, really?
And that's where the name of the show came from.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah, it was
wow.
General Motors had a ride called Futurama.
Did you
and
talk to
they-
Matt about that?
Oh, sure.
Oh.
Wow.
And I remember riding on it when I was about 11, and it showed you what the future was going to look like. Boy, did they lie. Boy, were they wrong.
Damn, I wish I'd Googled that.
How rich is Fry? Well, he's been super rich because
He was?
he
When?
had some sardines, or anchovies, rather,
Oh.
that were worth tons of money in the future.
Forgot that.
Right.
Who ordered the pizza? I know.
Who?
You mean at the place where he got
Where?
frozen?
Yeah, in the cryogenics lab.
Oh.
Pizza delivery for Icy Wiener?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I hear you.
You wiener.
It was a prank.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's the first person to memorize his cartoon script.
Who is Agnew? Well, if anybody knows their history, he was Nixon's vice president. But he's the headless body of Agnew in the show, so I don't know how he growls. He growls like Frankenstein. I do Richard Nixon in the show, and I don't sound anything like him. I'm like, "Rrr." But I saw the debate between Nixon and Kennedy in 1962, and Kennedy looked like a game show host, and Nixon looked like a sweat hog. He was sweating, and his hair was matted, and they did extreme close-ups, and you could see the hair growing out of his pores. He was like, I want to be president of the United States because... And I said to my mom, he looks like he's going to turn into a werewolf. And so that's why I howl like a werewolf doing Nixon. Hello, I am Richard M. Nixon, President of Earth. And hello. That bastard drafted me in 1980, by the way. In 1970. And to this very day, in the Nixon library, runs a continuous loop of all the Nixon stuff I did on Futurama. In his library. So I won.
Ah!
What Olympic sport did Hermes compete in? He did the Olympics. He did limbo.
Of course he did. How did he do?
He did really good.
Yeah.
Well, he was almost there up against the bigger guy. But hopefully in the future, that will be added to the Olympics.
Chuck that for us?
Chuck it.
Yay. Oh, hey.
Oh, shoot. I'm going to need help. What is Amy's obscene tattoo? Do you guys know? I only have one.
I didn't know she had a tattoo.
What is it? Do I have two? Give me a hint.
Slippery when wet.
No.
No?
Part of the running gag is that we never actually see what it is.
Oh, so that's just for me to know and you to find out.
And she knows more about the show than we do. How do you feel now?
Ah, good. So I don't have to
Confused.
answer that, do I?
How long can humans live? Well,
In Futurama?
I mean,
A long
Long
time.
time.
On
well,
Mars?
How old is the professor when Fry gets to the future?
147 years old.
So, in 1,000 years, we'll all live hundreds of years.
As long as you eat dog food. Turns out dog food is a health food in the future. No, I don't know. I'm just making stuff up. Is Leela an alien or a mutant? She's a mutant.
Right. She calls herself an alien, but she's actually a mutant,
Yes.
which is why her family lives underground.
And that's why she's a cyclops. Her family they're the nicest people. They just look really weird, but you know, who's to judge? I already told you why Nixon howls.
Why does Nixon howl?
I howl because I have big jowl. Why is he called Bender?
Because he bends things.
Well, because he was programmed to bend things
Bend, yeah.
constructively.
He's Mexican, actually. He was made in Mexico.
Right.
H.O. in Mexico.
help of Inspector Number 5.
Right. You have to know the show. It runs all the time.
You
Or
wanna sleep to it.
perhaps he's called Bender because in Matt Groening's other show, there was a character named Homer. So it's got to be a character that people are going to love whose name ends with ER.
How many kids does Bender have? Who the hell knows? I don't know.
None, right?
Does he have any?
He doesn't breed.
This is for you, lovely.
Oh, the question is, how did Hermes get his groove back? Well, because he was facing problems with the bureaucracy organization. He tried to straighten them out and taught them that when push comes to shove, you got to do what you love, even if it's not a good idea.
You requisitioned your groove back.
Right.
That's right. That's right.
What does the J stand for in Fry's name?
John?
I don't know if it was ever addressed. I do know that it's a long-standing cartoon tradition to give a character the initial J.
Really?
Yeah, like Rocket J. Squirrel,
Oh.
Homer J. Simpson, Bullwinkle J. Moose, Philip J. Fry. It's a cartoon thing. You wouldn't understand. What ancient civilization did Bender become pharaoh of? Yipes, yipes, yipes.
I feel like I have to go
I feel-
download that episode to answer that
Amazonia?
question.
I feel embarrassed because I don't remember.
I don't remember.
I'm old. What do you want? What is the nibbler species' secret power? You got me on that one.
I don't know.
Why don't you help me? You see me sitting here dying.
They
Secret
can wipe
power.
people's minds.
Oh.
He what? Nibbler can,
Wipe people's minds.
he can read white people's
No.
minds? I wish I could do that. What mathematical principle was made for Futurama? I don't know
We'd
anything
have to
about
ask
math.
David X. Cohen.
Yeah, we'd have to ask David X. Cohen.
He's our math genius.
Should I call him?
He has a math club that meets once a week and they just solve problems. What are you doing?
I was looking for my phone
Oh.
to call David X. David
This
X.
isn't
Cohen.
Phone a Friend. We don't have that here.
Oh, we don't have.
No.
What was the original title for Futurama?
You said
Isn't
it was
it always
named
just
after that
Futurama?
ride.
That was the name of the ride, and that's the name of the show. But I don't know what the original title of the show was.
Simpsons in Space?
No.
I love that you went to all this trouble to make these cards that
They
you were
look
just
so nice.
throwing on the floor. Where does Fry work? He delivers pizzas. He works at Panucci's Pizza.
Planet Express.
Oh, but in the future, he delivers things to people in a spaceship.
Oh, he works for the
Planet
Planet
Express.
Express. Thank
that
you.
was an easy one.
What if Fry stayed in the past? I don't know. What if any of us stayed?
He'd be in a bad mood because he was not happy about his life
No, he
back
was
in
not.
the past before he
Aw.
froze.
No, he was not. And what if I stayed in the past? I don't know. But if I had done anything different, none of us would be here.
That's right.
How many times has he died, Fry? Oh, gosh, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. Do you?
Has he ever?
At least 22 times.
What? Really?
I
Seems
li-
like a lot.
Yeah, I
That
like
does seem
that.
like a
Oh,
lot.
wow.
I like that. What does Scruffy read?
Oh, I
see
think
him.
he girly magazines.
Right.
Maybe.
Some girly magazine.
he reads girly magazines.
Mhm.
Oh, good for him.
Good for him.
Well, he's not one of our best employees.
Is Zoidberg ever a good doctor?
Oh,
No,
define good.
But he's definitely never a well-paid doctor.
no. And I think the funniest thing about him is that he's a doctor and he's poor.
And,
That's
and an
hellaciously
alien and working on bodies differently than
Yes.
his planet.
That's hellaciously funny to me that he's a doctor and he's poor. I never met a poor doctor
It's
in my
probably because
life.
he gets paid in food, not money.
What role does Kif play in Zap's missions? Well, Kif is sort of a
Second in command.
second in command, under officer, an errand boy, just
My Kiffy.
yeah, he gets demeaned by Zap Brannigan, who is a lout, deliciously stupid. He's very much fun to play because he's that way. Who killed Agnew? Nah, I don't know. I don't remember. Oh, you can. This is a big reveal. You tell us what this.
Oh, this question-
Wait till you hear this.
The question is, why does Hermes hate Zoidberg?
Good question. Why? Why do you hate me so much?
Because you're a stinky lobster.
So he doesn't, I don't think he hates Zoidberg, but he just doesn't like Zoidberg.
Nobody likes Zoidberg.
I like Zoidberg.
Don't lie to Zoidberg. Nobody, I said. They
Yeah,
only like the stupid Fry or the robot.
yeah. Amy wasn't even gonna marry him.
That's true.
I had a girlfriend, but she couldn't smell. That's why I had a girlfriend.
Yeah, Hermes has problems with Zoidberg's because he's
An inefficient employee.
There'd be no drama. We need that stuff. We need the through lines. And the emotional resonance between the characters. Do I sound like I know what I'm talking about?
Always.
Those are all the questions. Can I
Happy to
keep
hear
this?
that.
Well, you gonna put your lunch in it?
Yes.
I just want to take the lighting home with me.
I want to
could
find a
just walk
food
around.
truck
All episodes are now streaming.
on Hulu and Disney Plus.
And new seasons starting on September 15th.
Thanks for watching.